to the How To Show on TSPN. Let's go. Let's go.
I love this.
Hi, and welcome back to the How To Show. Of course, we are discussing how to select that last-minute gift for that wonderful friend of yours, which you can't maybe remember their name at the moment, but you will. You will. So we have seen Jackson Rancheria Gift Shop. We have seen the
Ridge Road Nursery.
And now we would like to show you some gifts that you can pick up at the Sutter Creek Gallery. And I would like to start by showing you the work of Lori Williams first. And Lori has been, grew up with animals as a child. And so she has been doing artwork forever. And she does drawings, and she goes to the county fair, and she does the life drawings of the animals at the fair, which is really interesting. Another thing that Lori did was she won Best of Show at the county fair last year in the Fine Art section for professional artists.
You did the year before.
I know, but she did last year.
I know.
But anyway, this is a piece of her work. She does animals. She also does, in addition to two-dimensional animals, she does three-dimensional animals. And so they're kind of quasi-fantasy animals. And they're just wonderful. I think she ought to be illustrating books. Anyway, Lori Williams is just a fabulous artist, and this piece of art costs only $275. It's a wonderful piece of art.
Well, and you know, that's really great to know, Angie, because you think sometimes if you go to a gallery that might be out of your budget, that it might be a little too much to buy, but that's completely affordable and a lovely piece of art.
It is.
Something you can have forever.
Yes, and another artist that we have at the co-op at the Sutter Creek Gallery is Judy Day. And
Judy Day?
Yeah, she was on the show.
She was a guest.
And
yes, she did a wreath that you could hang on your door and last throughout the holidays. A variable wreath. But I see that her first love is watercolor.
Watercolor.
Yeah.
And she kind of bounces back and forth between regular watercolor paper and Yupo paper. And Yupo paper is a kind of paint resist, and so it floats on top of the paper, and then when it finally dries, it leaves a really super watery effect. So she was doing Yupo for quite a while, and it changed her regular watercolor paper pieces now so that you can see almost that same watercolory look. She leaves a lot of white in her paper, which gives you that freshness and the movement.
That's beautiful.
Love this. Okay, and then this
how much is that?
$75.
That's a lovely gift.
And it's matted and everything. The next piece of artwork that we have is by Laura Carpenter. And this is a gourd. Isn't that hard to believe? So Laura works in gourds. She is a weaver. She is a crocheter. She does I don't know if I get this right, but she does knit bombs where she does
yarn bombing.
Yarn bombing. Thank you, Shari. Where she just takes all this yarn and she
so colorful.
She wraps it around chairs and whatever she comes in contact with.
I think I saw a picture of that.
Yarn bomb. Yeah, very cool
yarn bombing.
And this is also, I think, polymer clay.
All right.
That she made the face.
She made the face. And this particular item, $55. Beautiful. Shari has a piece that is by Randy Clausen.
Yes. This is a famous piece.
No, it is a famous piece. Randy Clausen did this piece. It's a watercolor again, and it's called To Such Belongs the Kingdom of God. And Randy has only 5 prints of this particular piece left. That will be all that there ever is. The prints are artist's proofs, and that means that when the printer begins, he doesn't know if he has the correct color to suit the artist. So he runs a few, makes some adjustment, runs a few more. So the artist's proofs are probably the most valuable next to the regular original artwork. But this particular piece sells for $215.
Wow.
It's an artist proof. And
Wonderful.
it's popular worldwide.
Wonderful.
If I had more time, I would tell you all about all the wonderful people in China who believed that this was just the most wonderful piece ever. Another piece that I have is a watercolor by Wendy Rogers. This is a print, and quite like Thomas Kincaid, she has decided that she will go in afterward, after it has been printed, and she will hand touch the trees on here with silver. So this is really a silver pen on here that she does after it's already printed. This is right outside of a Wendy's window, outside in the winter last year. This is right from her house. This little print is $25. You know?
That's
Wow,
fabulous.
nice.
Again, I think that going to a gallery is going to be out of my budget.
But no.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
That's fantastic
Absolutely not.
to know.
Our next artist is Helen Wilkinson. Helen is our glass person.
Isn't that lovely?
Isn't this a lovely piece?
Just love to hang that in your winter windows.
Yes, and the really
Wonderful.
wonderful thing about it
Oh
is
my gosh, it's
Oh my
three-dimensional
gosh,
and
two-sided.
two-sided.
so yes,
How special.
yes.
Great.
So this little piece sells for $150.
It's amazing because I
stained
can
glass.
imagine how much work a piece like that would take.
Tremendous.
I mean, it's a bargain.
It is.
Wonderful.
And then our kind of least expensive gifts, which are also quite lovely. Helen orders these wonderful glass. Open one up.
I have one.
And do you?
I have one.
They're glass
I love it.
fingernail files, and she purchases the file itself from a company, and then she designs and fuses this wonderful art design to it. So these run only $15, and they never lose their grit. They just stay perfect. If it has a little bit of fingernail in it, then all you have to do is wash it off with warm soapy water. Boom, ready to go again.
I think that they sell hard cases also with these. If they come
They
with
do.
this soft sleeve. I highly recommend also buying the hard case.
Mm-hmm.
I did receive one as a gift, and I broke it in the bottom of my purse.
Oh.
And then I went back and replaced it, and I bought the hard case, and I'll have it forever now.
And I think the hard case is only like $3.50.
It's almost nothing,
Yeah.
and it's really fun to be able to pull that out of your
Yes.
purse.
We also have a lot of greeting cards. And the greeting cards are ordinarily, they are copies of the artist's original work. And so kind of one of the things that that I always like to do is go and buy a gift card on all of the beautiful floral prints and then frame those little babies.
I do the same thing.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I love all the different flowers. And I have them like tons of flowers in my guest bathroom all over the walls. But anyway, the little gift cards run $3, $4, $5, and they're just beautiful little cards. So that's another one. And then
Shari,
Here
tell
we
us about
have
your work.
Shari's work.
It's just breathtaking, Shari, and I can't imagine how much work that must have taken. Tell us about that.
Well, every second was pleasure, pure pleasure. Actually, the inspiration for this was Angie. Angie took me on walks on this path.
I did?
Yes, it doesn't look quite the same, does it?
No.
I enhanced it a bit. But she found
Oh, is that
this-
Mace Meadow?
Yeah, that's the one to Mace Meadow.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes. And I took a picture of it, and it was a very kind of, monochromatic picture. But your friendship and influence on me made it very colorful.
Not to mention our good friend Laura Lee Rose.
Oh, yes, who initially taught me how to do this. We were doing wet felting. I don't want anything to do with wet felting. It's hard work.
It's a hard job.
So this is needle felting, and it's entirely needle felted it has some Angelina fiber in it. It has my gem. I always put a
I
gem
don't know
in
what
there.
that means. What is needle felting?
It is done with it's raw fiber, and it's from, either an alpaca or a lamb or whatever. It's usually wool that you use, and it's raw fiber that's been cleaned and dyed. Some people do that themselves. Some people take that and also do spinning with it.
So you were able to purchase these vibrant colors from someone
Yes.
who did that themselves?
Yes,
Okay.
and then there are other fine yarns that can be purchased, and those are also from a lot of them are from the curls of the sheep. And so I like working with the curls too. And there's it's fun. In fact, when I was working on this, I almost felt like I was living inside of it. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
I just love
great.
it.
Thank you.
Well, we don't have much time left.
Oh.
And unfortunately, this is our last gathering on the show.
Our last show, everybody.
So we have to say, that we are so glad that you joined us for whatever shows you had time to watch. And we hope that we've given you some information and ideas to use and carry on.
And everyone should know that if they would like to have the recipe for the French 75 or just some information on charcuterie platters, they can contact Sue at tspntv.com, and she'll send you a document in Word or PDF.
So we would like to say at this time, again, thank you so much for watching us. And we hope that you have a wonderful holiday, and we hope you can use some of our ideas, crazy as they seem. And I just have to say, one thing. If you're going to use E6000 glue, also use a secondary tape. Bye!
You've been watching the How To Show on TSPN. Let's go! Let's go! Hey yo! What's this got to do with the show? Everybody sing